pick up some candy tomorrow, and I will have it here ready for you.
No, that's all right. I'd rather have money.
Oh, I can't do that. Oh, pistachios?
No, I hate those.
Okay. Thank you, Ann. It was worth a shot. We appreciate it. Oh, yeah, definitely. All right. Hi, welcome to Staudt Sports Live. Tim, how are you?
I'm still alive.
You are.
At least for this.
All right. Well, there's a lot to talk about. We're going to talk about Jared Goff really quick.
This big news conference is tomorrow.
It is. What do you think they're going to talk about?
He's going to take a big stack of $100 bills and just throw them all over the room. See who wants them that bad enough, whatever. He'll just throw hundreds. Maybe more than that.
Probably more than that.
You know.
So my question was, the three most recent big extensions, Goff, St. Brown, and Panay, all 4 years. Is there a method to it being 4 years? Is there a strategy from Brad Holmes about locking them in for 4 years? Or is it just that's the next?
They don't want to lose those three. You got the quarterback who's young enough but experienced enough. He's been to the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. So if you lose him, what's the public going to say? Same old Lions, cheapskates, right? I mean, do I think they're all overpaid? I think they're all overpaid, but it's the going rate. The offensive line, Sewell, he protects him.
Yep.
And St. Brown catches him.
For him. Yep.
So the going rate is $500 million. It's hard for me to believe, but
he's still not the highest paid, though. He's close.
Burrow's got more for Cincinnati.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the record Goff has. But are those guys going to stay healthy for 4 years? And are they going to play as well as they've played or better? Which is a question, in my mind, you can ask any NFL player, any NFL coach or owner. When you give that money out, that's providing those guys keep playing at that level, if not better. Mm-hmm. They don't go downhill and they don't get hurt. Otherwise, you can just light it like a cigar, the Bills.
We're going to kind of stick with quarterbacks, I feel like, on this talk, but how do you think J.J. McCarthy is ready to start in Minnesota?
Well, he's got a great opportunity because that's a veteran team looking for a quarterback. He does not have a tough act to follow, in my opinion, in Kirk Cousins, just because they didn't win what they wanted to win with him. I mean, look, for rookies to have impactful rookie seasons as a quarterback in that league is tough to do, but Staudt did it at Houston, so it can be done. I don't think McCarthy is a Johnny-come-lately. I think there's going to be pressure on it, but anybody that's that high of a draft pick is going to have pressure, especially if you're a quarterback. The difference is he's going to get an opportunity to perform immediately, and he gets to play indoors, so he doesn't have to worry about cold weather.
It's true.
I would not sell him short. That's why I think it's amazing to me in the NFC North, the Lions romped last year. This year, half the league has rookie quarterbacks because the guy at Chicago is a rookie, Caleb, the guy at Southern Cal. Mm-hmm. So you got two rookie starting quarterbacks, and yet I think any of the four can win the NFC North. Any of the four.
Interesting.
Because the division to me looks tougher than it was a year ago. Because Jordan Love at Green Bay, they buried the Lions on Thanksgiving in Detroit, and they came. They were tough at the end of the year. So I think it's going to be a very competitive division, top to bottom. Because I think Chicago beat Detroit handily in Chicago, and the Vikings came close, didn't get over the top. I mean, look, as fast as those two guys develop and progress is where they'll, go through the schedule. The other thing, I got to see the schedule.
We'll see that later tonight.
We're going to see 8 o'clock, ESPN and the NFL Network. But the Lions aren't going to sneak up on anybody this year. Everybody knows now if you play them, you better be ready to play them. So, but the schedule's tonight.
8 o'clock. One last quarterback question. Who is going to have the most awkward quarterback room for this upcoming season, Pittsburgh or Atlanta?
Well, I get why both those teams did what they did. because to me, the Lions have been very fortunate because they're one of the very few teams who did not lose a quarterback play to injury for 2 years, and that's rare. I mean, that Goff's been able to play all those downs. What happens if he gets hurt? What do they have after him? He goes down, they won't win a game. They didn't win a game when Stafford went down. They won't win a game without it. They don't have a backup. So to me, I want to know in the NFL, it's not who your starter is. Rank 32 backup quarterbacks and who's got the best one.
That'd be interesting.
Is it Atlanta? Okay. I mean, Atlanta signed Cousins, but if he doesn't work out, I think Penix is, you got, and plus competition. This is America. Competition brings out the best in everyone.
It does.
So you got 2 there. And in Pittsburgh, it's real simple. Whoever gives you the best chance to win between you two, okay, between, Wilson and Fields, then you're going to be you're our guy. Simple as that. And if one of you goes down, we've got a backup guy who really isn't a backup guy per se. So I get all that. You know what? If you're a professional, why should you just get handed a job free of charge? Earn it. For all they're paying you, earn it. And in those 2 teams, they've got some insurance now. Again, if one guy goes down, and which is normal in that league, in that sport, then you got a guy that can come play. So to me, where it's awkward is if your guy goes down and your backup has hardly any experience whatsoever, and he under pressure has got to save a season for all the other guys on the roster.
And that's
that to me is where it's awkward.
That's going to be Atlanta, because Pittsburgh, they don't really have that. Their backup actually does have experience.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Either way, I mean, you got 4 guys in there that are used to starting, okay? If one of them's not happy that he's not playing, well, you know what? Play better. Sure. It's just like we told our kids in high school. They're telling me we don't get enough playing time. I said, what do you want me to do? Go talk to your coach, or maybe you ought to play better. Those guys are prejudiced toward athletes that can help you win. It's a judgment call, but they're prejudiced toward athletes that they think can help you win.
Well, right now, the starting quarterback in Pittsburgh is looking to be Russell Wilson.
Looks like
that
Wilson.
Could change. You never know. Again,
I'll tell you what. He's not going to have the grace time he had in Denver. You can lose in Denver, and that coach, Sean, he can yell. He can yell at you all he wants, okay? But in Pittsburgh, it's real simple. You're either going to deliver, or we got this guy right here, okay? It's not an argument. It's a production business. Whoever produces the best plays. And
I lived right outside of Pittsburgh, and those fans will not hold back on Wilson if he doesn't.
Well, they've struggled at quarterback.
They have.
They've struggled dramatically. They thought the guy out of Pitt, that Kenny Pickett. They thought he was, and it didn't work out. I think sometimes quarterbacks get blamed too much and given too much credit. But that's the nature of the sport and the league.
All right. Well, NFL schedule release is tonight at 8. We do know that the Lions will not have any games overseas, but that's about all we know when it comes to the Lions.
We got 9 or 8 home games this year. Is it 9 or 8? I don't remember.
We'll find out.
And that's an issue too. You want 9?
Of course you want 9.
I mean, you can't have 17, but
we could try. PGA tomorrow in Louisville, Kentucky, 7:15 a.m. Favorites?
Well, the favorite
are the go-to. Yep.
He's the favorite.
Any reason you think he shouldn't be? Anybody?
Well, golf's different. You got 140 of these guys.
You do.
So it's not like you got to beat one team. You got to beat 130, 40, whatever they are in the field. You got to beat them all. It's not easy to do, even if you are considered the favorite. If you're the favorite, it's a betting favorite. But look out for Scheffler. The baby's been born, so that's no longer a big deal. His caddy, this is what success means. His caddy who's been with him has got one. His caddy would be about 11th on the money list right now at $1.8 million. They've been together forever, and his caddy's son is graduating from high school Friday night. So Scheffler said, after Friday's round, you get out of here, because I think he plays in the morning Friday.
Okay.
They go to his graduation, then he'll come back Saturday, he'll miss Saturday's round, and then he'll get another caddy, and then if he makes a cut, play Sunday. That's just bonding, good team bonding.
He will be teeing off tomorrow afternoon at 2:13.
Yeah, so Friday morning it works, because then the guy can, I don't know where the graduation is, but it's nearby. So he's got off to go see his kid's high school graduation.
What about defending champion Brooks Koepka?
Well, he wants to win. I mean, he's not in it to, none of those live guys are in it to, Koepka's had he didn't do much at the Masters. He made the cut, but he didn't do much. And, I think those guys are all on a mission to show that they're just as good as anybody else. And, there's an issue between PGA, live, PGA. Well, you know what? Tee it up and let it go, and let's see where everybody finishes. But he's on a mission. The golf's weird because you can think you're playing great, don't score well, and vice versa. Believe me, I know that.
Last thing, Tigers were shut out by the Marlins this afternoon, followed to 21 and 22.
On A.J. Hinch's 50th birthday.
Happy birthday.
Couldn't they get him one run? Well, why would you think they should score against Miami? That's one of the great teams in baseball. They only have the worst record.
It's very Tigers thing to happen.
Tigers get shut out twice. And by the way, Fred was going to bet me $1 the Tigers would sweep, and I didn't take it because I thought, never ask lousy teams to win for you. But the lousy team here was the Tigers in their hitters. If you'd have told me beforehand, how much would you bet that Miami's going to score back-to-back shutout wins in this series, I'd have gone high. I would have gone high. I would have thought the Tigers can snipe one run across in 18 innings against this team, but they didn't.
They did not. What are you guys working on for tonight? I know the Lugnuts played earlier today, and Owen was out there.
Lost, Tigers lost. John Smoltz was in town. We got some of him. And John Lindard, who's the Country Club of Lansing manager, he's the president of the PGA of America. He held a news conference in Louisville today about the state of whatever. So we'll have something from them. At the moment, that's the lead story.
All right.
At the moment. The lead story at 11 is likely going to be the Lions' schedule.
All right. Make sure you stay tuned. I don't know why I did. Thank you for watching already. It's so you could get out early.
Thank you for the small Hershey's chocolate, but it's better than what else is around.
You're welcome. That's all I had.
Do I have to take my mic off?
You do. Make sure you stick with WILX.com and the WILX app for the latest on the Tigers schedule or the Lions schedule release later today.